Welcome to We Funny AF, formerly the Imperial Ink Live podcast. Same crew, new dude. We got the upper echelon, end all be all duality part 108 hold up available across all streaming services. We still have the same website set up for merch at imperialinkmusic.com. Various t-shirts and masks, and we also have new merch on the way specifically for the podcast, and it's coming soon. So, let's get into this, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, them Imperial boys is back. Yeah. And of course, you know we had to come back on some new shit. Yeah. So, without further ado, I welcome you to the We Funny AF podcast. Yeah, I'm the one and only Figs. I'm with my main man Biggs, and we about to take you there. Let's go. We Funny AF. 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 We Funny AF.
This just in.
Welcome to We Funny AF. This just in, bitch.
Booyaka.
This is just in. This is an episode where we talk about, well, I talk to Figs about shit that he don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, right.
So, one of the first things that I saw that really kind of tripped me out, well, it wasn't a trip, it's just funny. I thought it was hilarious. It's 50 Cent.
Okay.
Said he is no longer going to Diddy's parties because he hugs you from the front and the back at the same time. I don't know what the fuck that means.
But Fifth has been on that nigga Diddy for. He tells a story where when he kind of first met Diddy and shit, they was chilling and shit, and Diddy looked at him and said, "Playboy, I'm gonna take you shopping." And 50 was like, "Nigga, don't no other nigga take no nigga shopping." And ever since then, he's been pointing out little things that Diddy do. He calls him a fruit pop. He's been fucking with Diddy for a minute. But, I mean, fuck. I hear a lot of shit that would indicate that, you know, Puffy might
have them little tendencies.
Yeah.
I kind of heard that too. I mean, I don't know how true that is. You know, I don't really follow up on Diddy and what he be doing, but I have heard shit.
Yeah.
I have heard he's done some pretty.
Yeah, won't take niggas shopping and shit. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'd let that nigga take me shopping too.
Yeah,
we went right to the Bentley store.
Right?
Yeah, like I like this color. Fuck it.
His exact quote was this: "That's why I don't be going to them Puffy parties. Nigga, you hug you from the front and the back at the same time.
Yeah.
What you talking about?" He said, "Look, if you into that, you into that. I'm fine with it. To each his own. I'm just saying this ain't my motherfucking kind of party.
Right.
It's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom when shit like that is going on."
Right.
That's what he said.
I heard that you know, there's been some rappers, some niggas that talk about coming over Puff's house. And they be fucking dildos laying places and shit in the bathroom and shit that really shouldn't be just laying there. Like, I
mean, like I said, like he said, if you feel
I mean, they've
that's
taken
your
it as
thing.
far to say that Diddy was making Christopher Williams and them perform sexual acts and shit.
Really?
Yeah, this. I mean, I'm sure you know how shit is on the internet.
Yeah,
so I don't want to. But I mean, I've seen it where they've taken that deep, where they've said Puffy has made a man give him oral sex right in front of him. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Jaguar Wright is just listen
Jaguar,
to her.
yeah, she went off on him and several other
just listen to her.
But Jaguar, I think, came off bitter and crazy. Is to me, you know what I mean? The shit she was telling, which.
But after a while, if it walks like a duck. Talks like a duck. I mean, damn. What did that comedian say? Niggas, y'all motherfuckers, Whitney, they been telling you Whitney been smoking for 20 years. Y'all act like y'all didn't motherfucking know she smoke. I mean, shit, I would figure if the same rumor was about a person for 20 years, something's wrong somewhere. Like, I mean, so I don't know, Puff. I don't know, Puff.
I don't either. I ain't never been to his parties. I can't say shit about it.
I heard they had to sign motherfucking letters saying
that's a non-disclosure.
Yeah, non-disclosures.
An ND.
What party you go to that you gotta sign a waiver, nigga?
Well, you know what though? I've never been to one, but I know Tiffany Haddish had to sign one to get into Beyonce's party.
Yeah, well, okay, I can understand Beyonce's party because she probably had some shit in there she didn't want nobody to necessarily see, or it was just, I'm sure niggas wasn't just orgying all around the room.
Or he just around the room.
But at the same time, at Puffy's, it could have been some shit in there that he didn't want nobody to tell.
That's true. I mean, you never know what. Just that whole thing just fucked me up for a second.
They was probably just doing drugs at Beyonce's party. She didn't want nobody to know she's over there sniffing that shit. Puff's party.
They get naked at Puff's party, running around and shit. All right, we gonna go to
everybody got YMCA uniforms on.
You talking about village people? Yeah, everybody dressed up as Indians. Let's check out this right here because you are a big documentary buff.
Yes,
and I don't know if you was aware of Milli Vanilli got one coming out. Have you heard about that?
No.
They got one coming out about that whole thing.
That's sad.
It is sad, especially since one of them killed himself.
I don't think I can watch it.
I'm gonna watch it because I'm curious to see how that's gonna roll. I mean, I know the gist of the story. They wasn't singing. They were getting paid to sing or to lip sync. And then when it came to them finally having to sing, they couldn't do it. They couldn't pull it off.
But there was some other shit behind it too. Like the people that was making them sing basically was holding them hostages. So I think it'll be good and interesting as to how that was, how that went down.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like you said, they were pretty much forced into that shit.
Yeah, they was like,
and what's really
get
sad,
out there and sing.
Yeah, and what's really sad about it is the fact that they were forced into it, and they're the scapegoats. The ones who really was behind it didn't really get any of the notoriety that they deserved.
Yeah, but them niggas should have said no. No.
I wonder what they was holding over their head. Was it the idea that they couldn't be famous and have the money anymore?
I don't know if they had them under contract. I don't know what was holding them, but like it was some kind of powerful hold.
It had to have been, because that kind of shit to me would make me want to not have anything to do with it just because of what could happen.
Then again, it could be as simple as them niggas did it one time and they got paid and they said, fuck it, we gonna keep doing it.
Could have been. You very well could be. But to me though, like just me, because that's just me, I don't think I could deal with that because I don't want the backlash.
Yeah, I mean, that
just destroyed them.
That was disastrous. I mean, it destroyed them as not just artists, but as people.
Yeah, it fucked them up. I mean, one took his own life. Yeah, the other
I bet
tried
them niggas
to come
couldn't
out.
go nowhere without having a duck. Somebody throw us up. But
actually, the other dude could actually sing. He actually
Rob.
Yeah, I guess it was Rob. It's Rob and Fab, so I don't know which one was which. I think it was Rob, but he could actually sing a little bit because he appeared like years later on a talk show, and he was actually, they asked him if he could sing, and he said, yeah, I can sing, and he sang some lines out of some shit, and he had a great voice. He sounded really good. It's just a shame of how it happened and what happened.
It could be 900 other artists like that too right now, and we don't even know it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. And speaking of backlash, have you heard about the backlash between The Rock and Oprah? Have you heard about that?
Everybody's fucking with them over the Hawaii thing.
Yeah. And I kind of get it, because
they wanting to raise
a billionaire and a millionaire asking people who ain't got money to give money.
Well, motherfuckers have been doing it forever. And on top of that, do you think them motherfuckers has really ever gave they money for real? Anybody that's tried to raise that money, you think they really ever donated them checks and shit they hold?
When they said that Oprah and The Rock actually, or Dwayne Johnson, if y'all didn't know who I was talking about, actually contributed $10 million together for this, just to jump it off, which is cool.
That ain't enough to y'all?
Some people did say, you know what, well, why don't you put some more money in there? You asking, but and another thing about it, I didn't know how to feel about it, but The Rock came back and said he was happy at how the progress was going, that the people are going to get their first bit of money, behind from what they've been funding. But then he also said that the whole understanding what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck and having somebody who has millions of dollars asking you to give money. He said he understood why they were pissed.
Right.
And he said, what else did he say? He said something about how he's been there because he lived paycheck to paycheck before, and you know.
I think Rock's a stand-up guy. Really.
I do too. But what tripped me out about that whole situation is Oprah ain't said shit.
Well, Oprah has showed y'all on many occasions she don't give a fuck what y'all think about her money. Yeah, she do what the fuck she wants with her money. Yeah. But I thought that it was even deeper. Like I was under the understanding they own some land over there too.
Rock. Yeah. I think he was bought up over there, wasn't he? Ain't he from Hawaii?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so he was that. I get his indigenous.
But I believe Oprah owns some shit over there.
She's got a home and shit over there. So
but they're always going to get criticized. But y'all ain't none of y'all motherfuckers said nothing to Bill Gates. All that motherfucking money he got. I mean, I do know that he does donate some things. I'm not going to sit here and say he don't.
Right.
And we don't. Some people
we don't know what people's philanthropy is.
And some people donate and don't
say shit like Prince. That's what he did.
But
it's to me it's a double.
What about them motherfuckers that won't say $1 a day for them pets? How much is Sarah McLaughlin or whatever her motherfucking ass donate? Ain't nobody hollering at her. I'm just saying, like, damn.
Where's the line?
If somebody gives something, great.
Right.
If they're trying to help give something by having you donate, great. Like, I mean, what are you doing? You sitting at home watching that shit on TV.
He even said that the next time something like that comes about, that he'll be better and do better about it. And I don't know exactly how you're supposed to ask people to give money.
Well, what I'd have said,
like
Rock,
that,
I'd have been like, Rock, it ain't too late. Nigga, you could throw another 10 in there. I mean, I'm just saying, they still trying to get money. I mean, it ain't too late. Like, but man.
That whole thing was just bizarre to me. I get they need the money.
Well,
but if it was me though, and I was rich like that, I don't think I would hit up the general public about it, but I would hit up them other millionaires out there because they are there, and you can look them up. You know who they are. I'd hit them up before I'd hit up regular people. Yeah.
Let me ask you this though.
Okay.
That kind of ties in with the situation. There's another situation going on. I don't know if you've seen.
Okay.
Where Jay-Z, who is worth $2.5 billion.
Is this the cousin thing?
Yes.
We talked about that already.
Did we?
Yeah. Because I remember I told you it was almost like comparison to having $1 million and somebody asking you for a penny.
Yeah. Well, I guess we did.
Yeah. But, and I was getting ready to mention that too. That's kind of like a callback to the whole Jay-Z situation. Because he was $4,800 for some shit, and he told him no.
I don't think you can get mad at anybody for saying no. Now, I mean, it looks crazy to us,
right?
You know what?
My situation with the Jay-Z thing is if his cousin or whoever, his cousin asked him for $4,800 for a business proposition, I'd be like, draw that shit up and show it to me.
Because
he's a businessman.
He had a business plan.
Right. Draw that shit up and show it to me.
But don't come to me talking about, hey, cuz.
Yo.
Nigga, hey, cuz, I got a way to get rich. And all I need is $4,800. And you gonna get yours back first.
Exactly.
How many times has he heard that?
Right. Yeah. He's had to have heard that.
But it does kind of tie in. They're kind of the same. But I don't look bad at Oprah and Rock because they didn't give every fucking dime they had to Hawaii. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought the backlash was kind of crazy because it was a lot. And they did. They $5 million ain't nothing to sneeze at. The $10 million they coughed up together. It's not nothing to
How much you give, nigga?
Who?
Them niggas complaining,
right?
How much you give?
I know, man. That's crazy. I thought that whole thing was insane. Let's see what else we got. I had seen what was it? Oh, I just want to ask you: do you ever play the lottery?
Not really.
Have you seen how much it is now?
Well, yeah, and like every now and then, if it's real high, I'll buy a ticket or two. But I don't.
Well, it's up to 1.73 billion. So, like, I think they said the cash value is like 750 million. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna play the lottery.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get me.
What would you do if you won that much in the lottery? What would you do? What would you do?
First of all, I'm gonna buy me a kidney.
Okay.
I said that like we could just go to the store and
buy
get a kidney. But I'm gonna get me a kidney, so I make sure I survive to be able to spend $750 million. Right. I'm gonna line everybody up I know and I love, and I'm gonna line them up, and I'm handing them all $1 million.
Okay.
And I'm out. You don't motherfucker try to find me. I won't be found. I'm out. You better make that $1 million work, because you can't.
Because you ain't getting no more.
No, you won't be able to find. It's hard to find a nigga on a ship in the middle of the ocean on a yacht. You can't call that nigga. You can't just call that nigga. You ain't gonna find me. You gonna see my wind. I'm out.
Would you actually would you cruise all over the place like that, or would you just travel in general?
I'm out. I'm gonna see the world.
Okay, well that's cool.
I mean, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life seeing the world.
Right. That's cool. I don't blame you. I'll probably do the same thing. I was telling everybody if I ever won the lottery, I would still try to work. I would try to work.
750 million.
Yeah, I would try to work until they looked at me sideways.
Nigga. Okay.
Like,
now, and I know there was a man.
I can buy this bitch. Listen, I ain't gotta be here.
There was a man
bitch.
There's a man in Kingsport years ago that hit the lottery twice.
Okay.
Now the first time I think he only won like 250,000.
Okay.
After that he won like I think $1 million.
Damn.
And the motherfucker still worked on his farm every day and acted like nothing never happened.
Right.
Okay. That's not a whole bunch of money. But I understand that. But $750 million, nigga, what you working at? What you doing? Like you just trying to stay busy? Nigga, I'm gonna work counting my money. I'm gonna have a room with just all my shit in it. And I'm gonna say, well, time to go to work. So I'm gonna go in there and count my motherfucking money. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come out tired, talking about, baby, I'm hungry. Supper ready? I only made it to 100,000. I couldn't count to 750 million.
On the real though, if you did win that much money and you say you're gonna be out, would you still have would you buy houses in different places that you could just go to?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Nigga.
And just,
I'd have houses in the south, houses in the north, houses in the west, houses in the east. I would have a house everywhere, nigga. We everywhere.
That's what I was wondering, because that's probably what I would do, is just buy houses in different areas so I could go visit.
You know, and I would put money back for grandchildren and kids and shit. And I would also. I would probably try to start some kind of business, you know, not really necessarily to make money, but to keep money generating to pass on down the line.
That's
my
cool.
whole family. I have something, you know.
That's cool. Come up with something. That,
I'd build foundations for my family.
Right. That would be cool.
They ain't getting but $1 million though in cash. Don't come to me talking about, see, what had happened was I forgot I had all them house bills, and by the time I paid taxes, I just had 650,000. Could you give a nigga another $1 million? I'm gonna say nope.
Yeah, it would be crazy to be able to make somebody a millionaire.
Yeah,
and to watch how long.
Well, you know, and I might even give them $2 million.
Well, I was gonna
because
say,
$1 million ain't really shit these days.
Not especially the 756 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would like to see who would handle that money, you know, the right way. That would fascinate me. What?
None of your kin folks is gonna handle that the right way. They going to the Cadillac store as soon as you give them the money. Motherfucker.
Yo, I'm gonna ask you this.
Niggas gonna buy Tigers. This extraordinary shit. Yeah.
Why you gonna buy some Tigers? That's like the worst pet you can buy.
Francina got a tiger now, Andrew. You ought to see it. I can hear somebody tell me.
That's hilarious. All right, what you think? Have you listened to Drake's new album, For All the Dogs?
Yes,
have you listened to that?
I gave it a good skimming.
Well, I did the same thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Drake. He's a hell of an MC, but I really want to hear one thing. I want to hear him do a hip hop album.
There's a couple songs on there I like.
I do the same. I want to hear him do a hip hop album where he don't sing, where he actually just raps. And also, I personally am kind of tired of listening to his, I guess, pettiness that he has against certain people and shit. And I get that sells records. I totally understand that.
I guess you're talking about the Riri.
Yeah, which I don't give a fuck about it either way. But if a friend of mine was asking me my opinion because he's a huge Drake fan, and I told him it sounded like every other Drake album to me. It didn't sound like he's not doing anything different. He's doing the same. He's in his lane and he knows it, which is cool, to do that. But I would love to hear him stretch as an artist to see what else he can do.
Well,
that's just how I feel.
This
about
nigga told
shit.
y'all he got an album called For My Dogs. Y'all niggas like, roo. And he played this album, and y'all niggas like, nah, nigga, this is for the cats.
Yeah.
But there's a couple joints on there. I don't mind Drake speaking his mind.
Right.
I like when he speaks his mind.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about him and Rihanna's beef because I've been confused for years. Like, they'll be friends, and then they won't, and then they will, and then they won't. And it doesn't surprise me because this nigga's always in his feelings about females and a certain female.
Right.
Right.
And I guess this is part of who he is as an artist. But damn, do something different, man.
They
Come
talk
on.
about other artists he took shots at.
Yeah,
on this album.
There was there's a female, was she a rapper called Ra, I think it was her name, where he used a sample of her voice but didn't give her any credit on this album. Oh. Have you heard about that?
Nah.
I want to know.
Be still.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. What is with his track record of using shit without permission? I don't understand why you would do that. Pay her. Well, it ain't like you can't afford to pay her.
She probably gonna take him to court and he's gonna pay her anyway. He just don't care. He don't.
Apparently not.
This nigga, it's just he does what he wants to.
Yeah, but it's just insane to me. And I guess that's what happens when you blow up and you get money.
I like 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I like First Person Shooter.
Okay.
There's a couple songs on there.
There's one, and I hate to say this, there's one on there with Sexy Red on it, who I can't stand.
Yeah.
But that I like that, and it sounds like an old Planet Rock type joint, and I kind of like that because it's way different from anything else that's on the album.
But when I scanned the album, I hit it. I heard the singing. Then I went. Have you heard The Fix, the Lil Wayne mixtape? Yep.
No, and I want to. I keep hearing everybody say it's amazing.
You can get it on Spotify or Amazon. I hear it on Amazon so it's for sale. It's not.
You can buy it.
Yeah.
Then I could probably get it on Apple Music then because that's where I listen.
He's got some interesting shit on there too.
Really, like in a good way or in a.
He's got some good joints, but he's also got some shit that. He got some hard rock shit on there.
Oh, I'm with that. Because if it's done right and if it's good. Because Wayne is always
he's got one of them songs on there like that motherfucking Lil Uzi Vert song I hate.
Oh, the one that that one.
Got some interesting shit on there.
I don't like Lil Uzi Vert, but that song being so fucking different, I almost like it.
Right.
Almost. Not really, but almost. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out too because I do like Wayne. I watched him do his on an interview one time and he was freestyling. It was awful. Have you seen it? It was bad. And
when he was young?
No, he wasn't that young. It was maybe 7 years ago. It wasn't that long ago that I saw it. But I understand his process and how he manipulates words the way he wants to, write and all that kind of shit. It was cool, but the freestyle was bad though. But I see how he can mold that into a song, so I thought that was kind of cool. What else I got over here? I want to holler at you about. Do you know who Brody Jenner is?
Yeah, I know Brody.
Have you heard what he's been doing with his wife's breast milk?
Not necessarily.
In the mornings, he makes his lattes with his wife's breast milk. And I wanted to know, would you ever do that kind of shit?
Nigga, no. It is. Once I turned motherfucking to it, probably wasn't no need for me to have breast milk. Plus, the milk's warm. My milk gotta be cold. I can't fuck with.
Well, they put it in the refrigerator when they pump.
When he stocks it up.
Well, they do because I guess she just had a baby, and so she pumps.
And he don't want to waste the milk. Yeah, but let me ask you this.
What?
Is that all he does with the milk?
That's all I've heard. That's all
I've heard. If he mixes it with his coffee, then it's a mix. So
there's an actual video of him doing it, of fixing his latte in the morning and telling everybody that that's what it is.
Well, they get calf milk and shit, and all kinds of shit to put in them lattes. I don't know, but if you told me he ate a bowl of cereal with that shit, I'd be mad at you. I don't know what breast milk tastes like, but I just assume that it's not good.
I don't know.
I don't think we should be consuming it as adults.
Well, we shouldn't be consuming milk, period, as adults. But some people gonna do that.
Somebody was trying to tell me we're the only mammal.
We are that drink milk after you grow up,
right?
And we're not supposed to do that. That's why a lot of people's stomachs are fucked up after they get older. I can't do milk anymore. It makes my stomach hurt.
I can do it every now and then. Like really? If I have some cookies, I'll get a small cup of milk.
Right.
But I rarely eat cereal anymore. But I feel like I'm lactose intolerant. But
could be. I mean, it could happen over time, But yeah, I can't do the whole milk situation. I do like almond milk. I will fuck that up.
Almond milk is good. Yeah, I fucked around, tasted some.
It's good.
And I was like, oh, shit. This already tastes like the milk after cereal. Shit.
Especially if you get the sweet kind. It's good. I like it. All right, I got one more thing that I'm going to run past you, and we can call it. But it's just see what you think about some of these situations. This 22 times celebrities had everything going for themselves and they fucked it up.
22 times?
Yeah, 22 different celebrities.
Oh, 22
who fucked up they shit. Like Matt Lauer. You know who that is?
Matt Lauer, that motherfucker. But that surprised me. That fucked with me because he didn't look like the type that was talking to them bitches like that behind the scenes. Like he looked all good, cool, and then the motherfucker behind the scenes talking about, damn, hey, your ass in that skirt, shit. Oh, am I on there? Like I mean, Matt Lauer was.
And the whole thing with him that bugged me out is he like had a special lock put on his door to where people could only get in and out if he allowed them. And I'm like, that is some and the shit he was doing was just fucking insane.
Well, didn't he just tell one of them bitches, look, I won't fuck. Like, I think he just told one of them straight up. I think that's the one that blew the whistle on him. He just like, look, shit.
I know since then you ain't seen or heard.
Yeah,
from
that
him
nigga's quiet. He's somewhere with a hat on and beating off in a motherfucking porn theater. He got problems.
Yeah, that was crazy. What about? Do you know who Oscar Pistorius is?
No, I don't think so.
He was I think he was the one referred to as Tink Tink.
Poor little Tink Tink.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So you know what he did,
right? Yeah, he got in trouble after that. Oh, he killed his. He went crazy.
Yeah, shot her through the door.
Yeah, because that bitch told him
at the top of his game, and he's rich. Good looking guy and everything.
Well, we don't know what
girlfriend's a model.
We don't know what that bitch said to him.
And he shot her through the door.
That bitch probably called him and told him, look, you little paperclip nigga, I'm done with your shit. I've been fucking another nigga because he got real legs. This nigga can bend his legs. Like, and this nigga went and got that gun. I mean, you don't know what she said to make him come home and do that
or
shit.
even if she said anything, he could have just been out of his fucking mind for all we know.
Yeah, he could have had a
but
problem.
he even tried to say that somebody broke in the house, and and he feared for his life, and that's why he shot through the door. I think that's what he said happened. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, that's still some crazy shit. I don't think I would.
Poor little ting.
Yeah, I guess. Then there is, do you know who Ezra Miller is?
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, he's an actor. You ever seen, you never watched superhero movies or anything? He was, have you seen, he's the one that played the Flash. And who else was it? He's been in different Harry Potter series movies.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Well, he's crazy. I ain't gonna say he's crazy. He's just got mental problems.
What did he do?
He was. I think they had accusations of him grooming and abusing women and shit. Like, I think he even was seen causing, or was reported causing a scene outside of restaurants and shit, and entrapment with women, and just doing all kinds of crazy off the wall shit, to the point to where they were I think they were going to fire him from the whole series of the was it DCU universe, because he was so out of control. But then I also heard that he apologized for it and said he was seeking treatment for complex health issues, mental health issues. He got a lot of fucked up shit going on. But another dude who is fucked up in a different kind of way is Subway Jared. You remember him?
Yes. Yeah, shit fucking with. Well, Jared was fucked up for what he was doing to go to jail in the first place. So.
Yeah, 15 years in prison in 2015 for child sex crimes.
Right.
That ain't cute.
No.
You don't do that. You don't fuck with kids. So he kind of got what he
and he didn't even look like the type, though. I mean, that's what's sad, Jared.
Well, they never do. The ones that are good at it never do look like what you would assume.
Jared looked like he sit behind a computer all day, and but he didn't look like he was.
Yeah, doing that.
Should have been on Dateline.
Right. I used to watch that shit. They'll be cracking up on them dudes.
The cover. What's his name?
I was just checking on them.
Steve Hansen.
I was just checking
I just brought her a pizza. Like that. And he'd be like, well, why is your pants already there?
Yeah.
Like that.
That shit used to trip me out. I'm like, what was it, Catch a Predator? Is that what's called? That shit used to trip me the fuck out. Watching them dudes going there. I didn't know there was so many perverted people in this earth, in this world, that will go after young, underage girls.
And that's funniest. That's the funniest shit after when they get caught too, because they instantly try. Shit, I thought this was my house. They go in and try to figure. Their pants they try to figure out a way to. We was just gonna read.
Yeah, they're gonna read some shit. Another one was Robert Downey Jr. and all the shit that he went through.
I'm proud of Rob.
And I was gonna say, but he kind of came back and fixed his shit.
Yeah, I mean, that nigga fucked up. Now he was so fucked up at one time. This nigga went in another person's house and got in the wrong bed. You remember when he did that?
Yes, I do. He had some shit going on.
Right,
drugs had a hold of that boy, but he finally got his shit together, which is impressive.
Now he probably making $100 million a film, Iron Man.
Yeah, so I think that's impressive when you can come back from some wild ass shit like that. They said another one is Kevin Porter Jr.
Kevin Porter Jr. I know him from somewhere.
NBA player for the Houston Rockets, signed a 4-year deal, $80 million, and got arrested for beating his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck were you think? You ain't OJ status. You can't do that.
But in sports, for some reason, you seen what Ray Rice did. In sports, for some reason, niggas will fuck they bitch up. I don't know what them bitches be doing or saying. They might say, "Ooh, LeBron look good tonight, bitch." Boom. For some reason, though, there's a lot of testosterone going on in sports. So
it must be, and that must. And they,
there's probably a lot of bitches trying niggas too. Like, you know they got them big contracts, so they create
situations to get that check.
Hit me, nigga.
Which, now that you mention that, I watched a video. This is similar to that. They were kids in high school, and this girl, she kept fucking with this dude, and she kept pushing him, and he was literally trying to get away from her,
right?
You know, back away from her.
I think I've
she
seen
kept
the same video.
coming up on him, talking about hit me. She hit him a couple of times. He drew back to North Dakota and fucked her up,
and then she
ran. Yeah, and they tried to they tried to jump him and like, why are you doing that to a girl? I'm like, she started this shit.
Yeah.
You don't be putting your hands on nobody with no expectations of not getting hit back.
Hit me, nigga.
That shit.
You can't hear that shit for too long.
No.
I mean, you got for 45 minutes straight of that. Like, nigga,
I hate pep.
Yeah.
So that shit is insane to me. I don't know if you know who this chick is or not. Allison Mack. Do you know who she is?
No, I don't think
me
so.
neither. She had a character on. You ever heard of the TV show Smallville? It was one of the Superman flicks. She had a character on there. And her character was so good that they actually put her into the comics.
Did she just die or something?
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. But what got her in trouble was she started getting involved in sex trafficking cults. Yeah.
Was she a participant or she was running them bitches?
I don't really know for sure, but I was just reading it. All I know is it just ended her career. The reunion show.
He was going to act.
They took her character out the comic.
He was going to act, but when you went home, you was selling people.
Right. She's in jail. That's what happened. She got jail time for it. I just read
something just happened to somebody else from Smallville.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I thought I seen something.
Could possibly be. Another one is, and this one was, I regretted this one because I admired this dude because he was an amazing actor, and that was Kevin Spacey.
I like Kevin Spacey.
I like him and what he does, but not who he was.
But I don't know if they've ever proven the allegations against him though. He made that little weird ass video afterwards, but they was talking about. But after that, I ain't seen nothing else.
He was acquitted. You know, if anything did happen, he did he was acquitted of the claims of sexual abuse that he was supposed to have been inflicting on another underage boy.
Right.
You know, and so he did get acquitted of it, but it just tarnished the shit out of his name. Yeah. His name, and plus, I think he would do shit that would not help himself.
No, I think, and that's why they was mad about them videos and shit he was making afterwards, because he was kind of joking and making fun of the situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like if you acquitted, then
leave it the fuck alone.
But at the same time, you know, once you get hit with charges like that, it's just gonna stick with you,
right? Another one was Andrew Cuomo.
I don't know him.
Okay, Andrew Cuomo is a lawyer, and he has a brother, Chris Cuomo, who is a journalist, and you probably seen him before. That's what he looked like. I got him called up.
Okay,
yeah, and he apparently did something about rubbing on some women or some shit that was working for him, and then several women came forward and told their story of sexual harassment at the job. He still denied all the allegations against him, but he ended up losing his whole shit, just everything. So, you know, that kind of tripped me out. What's another?
Rubbing on that Tucci. Talking about Sarah, come in here and bring me a glass of water. Oops, I dropped my napkin.
Another one is Rudy Giuliani.
What Rudy do?
What didn't he do besides bad dye jobs? This motherfucker, he's a complete disaster now.
Nobody like Rudy.
Nah, he faced backlash for the whole election peddling thing, or stolen election thing with Donald Trump, making racist and sexist comments, accused of groping former Trump aides. He denied that and said that all the other statements he made were false or whatever. But yeah, he's done. He's done. He was the mayor of New York.
Yeah.
and just basically shit on all that.
And they hated him in New York too. They
couldn't stand
they
his
couldn't
ass.
stand him,
At all. Another one is Jussie Smollett.
Oh my God. Well, hey nigga, you told a lie that just didn't make no motherfucking sense for whatever reason. You thought it was gonna make you more famous, and
it just ruined your career, son.
So,
I'm sorry, you done,
nigga.
To the point to where on Empire the last season he wasn't even on it,
right?
You know,
because niggas didn't believe nothing he said.
No,
it don't matter if they knew he was acting. We don't believe you. We don't believe
Jussie Smollett.
And you made it into a racial situation, which we don't respect you for that.
Nah, I was like, dude, you just fucked up for the whole gay community when you did that bullshit. So I'm not. I like him, but
he probably still releasing music on the underground.
Probably, and I think he even directed a movie. It was like an independent film that nobody's ever seen. And it sucks because the movie that it was a book. A book out of a series that I used to read that was really really good, and I was looking forward to that movie, and I'm still going to watch it because I want to see how they did it. But it just bothered me that they chose him as a director.
I still don't watch Will Smith movies
after the slap.
Yeah,
really?
I still haven't, and I be struggling too.
What do you think about him performing on? They said that who was it? Fat Joe was pulling for Will Smith to perform on the 50 or the Hip Hop Awards. I think,
and I wouldn't have been mad at that.
Right. That's what I said. I was like, I would love to see him perform.
Really, now for me, Will, that's what you need to do. You need to stay over here with this hip hop.
Yeah,
because that's what I like. See that. But his movies I want to watch so bad.
You want to?
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm mad.
Why do you? Okay, I don't understand. Why don't you? Why would you not watch the movies, but you would listen to his music?
Well,
I mean, they're both art. One is just you see it, and the other you just hear.
Well, maybe the smack goes more along with the hip hop. Like, I don't know.
That ain't good.
But
that's not good.
Yeah, like because hip hop, I smack a nigga, boy. Like, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. But I don't know. And I boycott him, but I don't boycott Jada. And she's the real one I hate. But I'm mad at him for letting her for being his mind like that.
So you think it was out? You still think it was out her? Right?
I think he's a sucker.
Okay.
And he shouldn't be because she's pulling the strings.
You think so? A lot of people said that. I've heard a lot of people say that. She's
pulling the strings, man.
That is crazy. What about another one was that whole Aaron Hernandez thing.
Oh God,
which was insane,
nigga. I watched the whole motherfucker documentary.
I think I watched it too, and that whole thing just it was mind blowing to an extent. But when it all boils down to the fact that he couldn't handle who he was on the inside, that's really what drove all that insanity. It's just mind blowing how powerful that kind of influence can be.
And that nigga really had it made. He was winning rings left and right.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great linebacker. I mean, not linebacker, tight end.
And then killed dude. Who was Odin Lloyd?
Yeah.
That's who he killed?
Yeah.
And were they lovers? Is that what it was?
No, I don't think so. I believe what they're saying is he killed Odin because Odin might have seen him doing something that he didn't want somebody to see.
Okay, yeah. And I'm like, you can't be that nervous about what you do when you're doing it. Either own up to your shit and keep it moving. You ain't got to kill nobody. You know what I mean? Man. Yeah, that was crazy. This one we've kind of touched on before. That would be Lizzo. And they're thinking her career may not survive the whole banana incident.
I don't think that she's done.
I don't either, because she's fresh and people make mistakes, and I also think
she
that
make another hit that everybody sing along with, she'll be right back.
And I also think that the women that in question, because I watched her documentary.
What's the banana
reality
thing,
shit? I'll tell you here in a second. I watched her documentary, and it's not really. It was more of a reality show where she was. It was called "Watch Out for the Big Girls," where she was getting big girl backup dancers, and it showed the whole process of them trying out and all that kind of shit. And the three that were bringing up these charges are on that show.
Right.
And watching them and then going back and kind of looking at it again after seeing them come out, I can see that shit coming.
Right.
You can see it coming. But they went to they went to I guess it was a German strip show, and the girls there, are buck wild, and apparently they were pushing bananas out their vaginas.
What?
And they, and they were, I guess they said Lizzo was encouraging the girls to take the bananas or eat the bananas or whatever, and that they kind of feared for their jobs and shit because they felt like if they didn't go, they would get fired. And then they also talked about how there was toxicity in the work environment, about how they were gaining too much weight and shit like that. Which that part everybody heard about, but the vagina part is what cracked me, or the banana thing is what cracked me up. Catching dildos launched from their vaginas, eating bananas coming out of their vaginas and shit like that. So my whole thing with that is, even if that did happen, the biggest mistake was treating them like your fucking friends.
Right.
You can't do that in that type of business. When you got 15, 20, 25, however many backup dancers you got, they just backup dancers.
Yeah, but you
do eventually become a family of sorts, but you can't be just saying, well, let's go to this strip club together with people you don't really know.
Well, but through what we've been through and what we've seen, we've learned it might have even took a couple trials and tribulations to learn that certain shit you just don't fucking do with just anybody. Yeah, I mean,
and you're right. She's young and probably just learning
in business. You know what I mean? In business, that's what I'm really meaning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you learn from your mistakes. Maybe she fucked up. Maybe she did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't feel like nobody was. I don't feel like she's. You can call it a toxic work environment if you want, but motherfuckers, y'all know what you're getting when you come over here. Y'all don't call it toxic when them paychecks come. But, I don't know.
I think the whole thing is a cash grab.
I'm sure there's a lot of that in music. I mean, I'm surprised Beyonce ain't caught more static.
Well, she don't hang out with their crew like that either.
But she, but she also has so many people involved in her motherfucking
circle, and
as far as her performances and shit, that it's hard to believe that somebody's not complaining, or trying to say it's a toxic work environment because they didn't get their way. Right. But anyway, I don't think this should ground Lizzo forever.
I don't either, and I don't think it will. I think it is at some point.
But if Lizzo's doing this shit, though, you need to really.
It's too ironic.
You need to check yourself.
It's very ironic for me to believe that she would be the one saying you gaining too much weight. Especially after watching the show and the girls that they had on there, they were not little girls. They were already big girls, and that's nothing wrong with that. But actually, somebody being that hypocritical would be mind blowing. But I just don't think that would be her.
Maybe they wasn't performing up to her standards.
Yeah, and she got rid of some of them that wasn't. You know what I mean? Because it was a competition,
right?
So it's just mind blowing to me that the ones that did make it are saying that kind of environment was there. Maybe somebody in her circle said some shit, but who knows? We wasn't there.
Keep going, Lizzo. Fuck them niggas.
Here's one that I find interesting. John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, John Wilkes. Blah,
and I figured I
know a little bit about John Wilkes.
Yeah, what you think about that whole thing where he killed President Lincoln? What do you think about that?
Was there a new development to it or something?
No. It's just one. It's just one example of somebody who because John Wilkes was an actor at the time,
right?
And he was huge apparently. But it's like, since you've watched the documentaries and shit on that, because I know you have, what was his motivation to kill President Lincoln? Because I don't know what it was.
Well, I don't really understand exactly what his motivation was. I mean, just people weren't really down with what Abe was trying to fucking do, for one, and but I think. I kind of am sketchy on the story, but I believe what was so tragic about John Wilkes Booth is he was killed shortly thereafter, wasn't he?
Yeah, that I know of, yeah.
Like very shortly thereafter. But I think he tried to take one for the team.
Right.
I'd have to go back. I watched the Abraham Lincoln movie, and I watched certain things about it, but I'm not 100% sure what his whole his whole
motivation
plan
behind it was
yeah.
either. I don't either.
Or if he was sent
to do it or something.
Yeah.
That's something I would like to research.
I just knew
too.
it was something about the gravesite that they was trying to. I don't know if it was Abraham Lincoln's or his, but after one of them died, people kept raiding the fucking gravesite,
right,
digging up the bodies and shit.
That's some insanity right there.
It was a big to do for years.
Right. Another one is Ellen DeGeneres and her toxic work environment, to the point to where people were really bugging out about how that she was treating people. I do know that they said some of the things that she was requiring was you not to look at her in the face. You know, you can't really have any conversations with her personally and all this. All just kind of crazy shit. And then they also said some of her producers were just as bad, you know, and that what's even insane is she eventually apologized for it because she fired those producers, and then she apologized for it, but then like the show, she ended it like maybe the year after that because I don't think she could come back from it. It just bugs me out that you can have somebody who's supposed to be so positive that has that kind of shit going on behind the scenes that they're unaware of.
But once again, are we just hearing for disgruntled employees? Like, I mean, okay, right now they say Steve Harvey's the same way.
Yeah,
I heard the nicest motherfucker in the world. Our boy Fallon is supposed to have an unstable working.
Yeah, he kind of addressed it too when they came back this last week.
Like, I'm just kind of like, I mean, damn. Can we say this about everybody and ruin their career? Like, we really don't know. We're not there. We're not seeing it.
Right.
We're just hearing somebody from the inside say how they feel.
Right. And then cancel culture takes over.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Ellen, I mean, I didn't really feel like she would be dead. I felt like maybe she had to move on and do something different, but I didn't think that she was canceled. Right. You know what I mean?
I think it got...
Roseanne Barr got to come back. I mean, damn.
Yeah, and she's fucked up. My whole thing with the Ellen thing was I just don't think she could come back from it. And I think it got into a place in her to where she couldn't handle it. Right. You know what I mean? And I guess it got so personal for her that she had to let it go. Right. And I kind of understand it because some people ain't built for that kind of...
Right.
You know.
I mean, I mean, she's probably thinking of all the good she tried to do.
Yeah. And all she's getting flack for is
yeah.
whatever happened behind the scenes that she may not have had anything to do with.
But I bet you $55 that motherfucking Oprah is an absolute bitch. I bet you Oprah, y'all gotta rub my feet before I come out this motherfucker. Don't nobody say nothing about Oprah. I mean, I bet we gonna hear about 10 more years how unstable that working environment
The only thing I've seen just by watching Oprah is the detachment she has with people, real people. Right. Like I was watching an episode of her show back when she was on, and she did not know how to pump gas. And that was just mind blowing to me. I'm like, how do you not know how to put gas in a car? And then I thought, well, she's Oprah. Yeah, she ain't never had to do that shit.
You probably ain't never drove nowhere, matter of fact.
So, I mean, granted, I know she came from humble beginnings. I know she was broke when she was younger. And I know she went through the ranks to get her show and everything. But
she done left all that behind.
Yeah, like far behind. So that kind of shit, I guess, goes into play when you have that type of situation. Yeah. Another person who we have talked about, we really don't have to cover anymore, that would be Bill Cosby. Where y'all was talking about how is did y'all say it should be a time limit?
Well, no, I'm not sure.
I don't think so either, because me and Tim were talking about that the other day, because we can't sit here, not y'all, but in general, us, not us, but just in general, people can't sit here and say that somebody's feelings aren't accountable just because they waited so long. Right. We don't know what their mental state was after that.
That's true.
You know, you just don't know. I get the whole thing about 30 years went by before anybody said it.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something though. Y'all missed the boat because y'all really didn't ruin shit.
No, but that's just it. I don't.
Y'all
think,
sent the nigga to jail, and
that's just
he's
it.
still filthy rich.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what they were trying to do was get his money. I think they just wanted him put away now because they didn't get really anything out of it.
Now
we ain't
we ain't gonna see his old ass on TV, or they probably took his shows off or whatever. But I mean, Bill's 97. It's time. Bill he done lived his life. He done tricked all y'all bitches. So it's a little too late. But yeah, I don't feel like they necessarily ruined Bill's career.
No, not at all. Yeah. Another one is Henry Ruggs III.
Oh my God!
Because he's the one that
means something to me because he was a Raiders. And I'm a Raiders fan.
And he crashed into somebody and killed him.
And he was doing big things. He was on the rise and speed racing down. Had him a new car, had him a chick in the car, and was like, "Look how fast this motherfucker go!" And ran into a back of a car with a woman.
And killed her
and her dog, and killed her dog.
That's crazy.
And he's in prison to this day.
Yeah, he'll be there. 3 to 10 to 15.
I don't know, but it was very tragic.
That's very tragic on all accounts.
Yeah,
the passing of a person and their pet and his life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that just ruined everything he had going on.
Just a young boy.
Yeah, who actually made something of himself and to go that route. I guess the lesson is stop trying to impress people because that's never a good outcome. Another person they were talking about was T.J. Miller. I don't know if you know who he is or not. He's a comedic actor.
He sounds
you ever seen what's something he's been in? You ever seen Office Christmas Party? You ever seen that?
No.
You should check it out. It's a very funny movie. But he's one of the leads in that movie. He was in one of the Transformer movies with Mark Wahlberg also. I think he was his best friend. But anyway, apparently he was accused of physically and sexually abusing or assaulting a woman in 2017. He denied the claims, but you haven't really seen him in anything since then.
Right.
Another one after that was, and we've talked about this, O.J. Simpson, which at the same time, I think he absolutely did do that shit. But I don't think there was anything to ruin by then. You know what I mean?
No,
you know what I mean?
It was a lot.
What do you think?
He was still getting paid. He was still doing fucking movies. He was still. You know what? You're right, and I keep forgetting that because it was so long ago. Yeah, he still had his face in. He was still probably getting paid by Hertz and all of these places.
Yeah.
I mean, such a big name that he could probably go in anywhere and get anything he want.
Right
now, they spit on that nigga. So I mean, it's just. I would think that he's done. I mean, we don't see him no more. He ain't involved with nothing NFL, nothing NCAA.
Right.
We don't see that nigga no more.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And another one, we talked about this one. That would be Kanye West. And I'm not really sure that his career is.
So it's not.
I don't think it is either.
Because there's some people that still follow that.
Yeah, even though he do be saying stupid shit and doing stupid shit, I think it's all attention grabbing.
Still selling.
Yeah, I think it's all attention grabbing, and it's just for that dollar and his promotion for whatever he got coming up.
Right,
is what I think, because they say any cover is good cover, no matter what it is.
Right.
Another one is, do you know who Armie Hammer is?
I've heard that name.
He's an actor. He was in this movie called Call Me by Your Name. He apparently had been brought up with claims of cannibalism. Yeah, and I think they said also accused of rape and abuse and cannibalism fetish in 2021, and he's denied the claims against him. But there's a big documentary out there about him too.
Wow.
Yeah, which you should check that out. I haven't had a chance to check it out either, but I want to because I'm curious to see how deep his shit was.
Well, if they really named him Armie Hammer, they was eating something. Yeah, they wild out there.
Yeah, so that one was mind blowing to me when that broke in the news last year. I was like, holy shit, he's out of his fucking mind eating some people. The last one is recent. This was like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and that was Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
What did they do? Somebody said something about Miller was pissing them off. What'd she do? What'd they do? Besides Miller.
Who the fuck is
Kunis.
Mila? Well, yeah, Mila was cool. No, what it was you know they were on That 70s Show together, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and I think his name is David Hyde Pierce. No, that's not the right guy. Y'all.
The one that got in trouble for
raping chicks. Yeah. They apparently went on video to basically say that he was not that bad of a guy, and it got leaked. I don't know if it got leaked or people just put it out. I'm not sure if it got leaked or not, but it got out there to where they were trying to have his back, and apparently the evidence they had against him worked because he was found guilty. Oh. Yeah, and this was happening all around at the same time, and they got a lot of backlash for the video that they put out about how they felt like he was not the person everybody thought.
Right.
And they got a lot of backlash for it. And then they came back and I think they apologized or something for it. So that apparently they had to have known the dude wasn't shit.
Well, my thing with that is, okay, I mean, KC knew JoJo choked that bitch in the motherfucking hotel room. But KC was never going to tell y'all that JoJo choked that bitch in the hotel room. But even I knew JoJo choked that bitch in the hotel room after I met him. But at the same time, I just feel like, okay, you know, my question is, and you might have answered that question is, I need to know the facts of the case and what was proven.
Right.
Because they convict innocent people every day. And,
they do.
And, you know, so you're innocent till proven guilty.
Right. So
sometimes, right. But you know, I mean, if they was just trying to say that their friend wasn't that bad of a dude, why you catch? I mean, of course, he is convicted, and they must have found enough evidence to put him in jail.
Right.
So anybody that comes to his defense is naturally going to be like, you motherfucker. But at the same time, I mean, I mean, a mother's going to come to the defense of her son, even if he's killed somebody.
Yeah,
I mean,
siblings are usually the same way.
Do we get mad at her and be like, why you like that nigga? He killed somebody. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't look that deep into it. You know, this whole shit is about shit I don't give a fuck about, and I really don't give a fuck about that.
And with this, we'll call it. This has been This Just In on We Funny AF. Check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll holler at y'all. We out.